Okay, guys, so without any further ado, let's start the class. Actually, suddenly my laptop's power went off. Okay, I didn't say, I just now connected my laptop with the charger. Okay, so hello everyone, good afternoon. Okay, so as you know, we have completed the menstrual cycles successfully, and today we are going to start the fertilization process. Okay, so before starting today's session, let me just take the technical check. Okay, just let me know if you are facing any network issues or any technical problems. Okay. Please do it quicker because today we are going to study another very important concept. Important, according to your need, also based on your need and also your CBSE. Okay, from your CBSE, what we are going to discuss today, that is very important. Okay, so nobody's facing any network issues today. That's very beautiful. Okay, so let's move ahead then. There is a question on the screen. Fertilization takes place in, it's like a pre-reading question. Uterus, infundibulum, ovary, ampulla. I am launching the poll for this question. Very easy, very straightforward. I have been, telling you this since ages now. I have repeated this like plenty of the times. Okay, so you should be really knowing this answer. Last 10 seconds. I don't know, yeah. Still, so many people are making the same mistake. Let me share the results. So, result is somewhat like this. 44% people have chosen option B. 28% people have chosen option A. 25% people have chosen option C. And 8% infundibulum choose किया. Still, that B is much better than the so many people who has chosen C. Okay, so let me stop sharing this. Why have you not, took my classes? मतलब ನೀವು ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ ಆ classes ಗೆಲ್ಲ? When I did this, when I explained you about the parts of uterus, then fallopian tube, and I explained all these things. Okay, so fertilization takes place in which place of the female reproductive tract, or you can say in the female body. Okay, so as you know, very good, Jayashri. So what is this, guys? See, this part is uterus. Okay, so this is cervix, this is vagina, this is fundus, and this is fallopian tube. Okay, inside the fallopian tube, there are again three regions, which are those regions. First region is actually called as isthmus. Yes, Kirtana. Okay, the middle part and the most widest part is actually called as ampulla, and this last part is called as infundibulum. Okay, and these finger-like structures are called as fimbriae. Okay, what else? This is ovary. Okay, and this is ovarian ligament. Okay, this is ovarian ligament. Now you tell me, fertilization takes place where? I think you guys got confused between insemination and fertilization. है ना? अगर वो confuse करके किया है तो still better. See, fertilization is the process of syngamy. Okay, it's the process of syngamy. That means both the nucleuses, that means male and female nuclei, fuse to form a zygote. Okay, so that zygote will be diploid, and this diploid zygote will eventually give rise to the whole baby. Okay, so this process is fertilization. Where exactly it takes place? I had told you like plenty of the times by now. Okay, so this takes place in this region. Okay, sometimes you can also say this region. Okay, isthmic and ampulla junction. Okay, so actually answer for this question is very simple. That is D, ampulla. Okay, ampulla is the place of fertilization where exactly this fusion of both male and female nuclei happens. That is sperm and oocyte. Okay, so this is the region. Ovary, what yeah? See, 28% people had chosen ovary. Ovary से क्या हो रहा है? From ovary, secondary oocyte is getting released out. Okay, so this is definitely not correct. So infundibulum is a funnel-like structure which actually receives the secondary oocyte at the time of ovulation. So uterus is the site for implantation. So uterus, this big pouch-like structure, so this is the site for implantation. Okay, so this is the site for implantation. Okay, so all these are wrong options. Now, what is the lifetime of sperm? Exactly, Akshay, we are going to discuss that today. Okay. So, what is fertilization? As you all know, fertilization is nothing but, as I told you, it's the syngamic process. So, here what happens? Fusion of pronucleus. Okay, so nucleus of sperm and nucleus of bovum, they fuses. Okay, so usually sperm will have the 23 chromosomes and the ovum will have 23 chromosomes, and the zygote, which is the product of fertilization, will get the 46 chromosomes as we are talking about humans. Okay, so this is obviously diploid in the chromosome number. Okay, so this is actual fertilization. So the fertilization occur, तो क्या होता है बेटा? सबसे पहले तो insemination होना चाहिए, है ना? So let me write here. The first thing that happens is insemination. What is insemination? Insemination is the process of release of semen into the female genital tract. Okay, so release of semen in vagina. So this happens first. Next, what happens? Those sperms will travel, okay, from vagina. So it will move to the cervix. Okay, then from cervix, it will move to where? It will come to the uterus. Okay, so after cervix, it will come to the uterus. So in uterus, actually sperm will get the capacity to fertilize. So eventually sperms don't have the capacity. Okay, so the sperms that are produced in the seminal vesicle, which are stored in the epididymis and again stored in the ampulla, those are ejected out by the ejaculatory ducts. Okay, at the time of ejaculation. Okay, that semen contains the secretions from the three glands, okay, prostate gland, seminal vesicle, and Cowper's gland. Along with that, that semen contains the sperm. So those sperms are actually not have the capacity to fertilize. Fertilize andre ye no hogi ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಎಗ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಸೇರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಓಕೆ ಆ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಗೆ ಏನ್ ನಮ್ದು ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಬಂದು ಯೂಟ್ರಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಟು ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸ್. Hence in the uterus something will happen. Okay, something will happen. That something is actually called as capacitation. Okay, so in uterus what happens? Sperms, there is lot of rain happening here. Okay, sperms attain capacity to fertilize egg or secondary oocyte or ovum or ooty, whatever you want, you can say. So this process is called as capacitation. Okay, so ma'am, how exactly this happen? Yenenilli agutte adella matadana. Okay, so this is what the first process that should happen in the fertilization. So before starting this discussion, we have to understand few more concepts, like very basic concepts. So first, so single ejaculation. Aita iga sexual intercourse aitu. So after sexual intercourse, so in one ejaculation, nearly how many sperms will be there, and single ejaculation contain how many ml of semen? Okay, so usually 2.5 to 5 ml. Okay, so it varies. Okay, it varies upon person to person. Okay, so for some people it might 3, for some people it might 2.5. Okay, and in the larger cases like 2 to 2.5 is actually the range. Okay, for some people 4-5 ml. Okay, so this is the single ejaculation. In one ejaculation a person gets this. Jayashri, just change the number better, 2.5 to 5 ml. Okay, so here what happens in this amount of ejaculation, nearly 300 millions of sperms will be there. Nearly 300 million sperms will be there in one ejaculation. In one ejaculation, you get nearly this many number of sperms. Okay. Then, so many times they will ask you 1 ml. Okay, so 1 ml of semen. Okay, in 1 ml of semen, how many sperm will be there? This is the most probable question that has been asked. Okay, so does anyone have the idea? 80 to 120 million sperms. Yeah, yes, Jayashri, nearly that range. Okay, so of sperms. So in how many? In 1 ml of semen, nearly 80 to 120 million sperms will be present. Okay, so just look at the number. Then, okay, so you know that for fertilization, we need 2 raw materials. Like we need 2 things. What are those 2 things? One is sperm, another one is oocyte. Okay, so oocyte is released from where? From the ovary, which is received by the infundibulum, then passed to the ampulla. So in ampulla, our secondary oocyte is waiting to get fertilized. Okay, so let me tell you one more thing. Oocyte survives. Okay, oocyte survives for only 20, very good, Jayashri, for only 24 hours. Okay, so oocyte is going to survive for 24 hours. So after 24 hours, if you do the sexual intercourse, then the possibility of getting pregnant is very, very less. Okay, now, so in these 24 hours, first 15 hours. Okay, so in these first 15 hours, have the more chance of getting pregnant. Okay, in first 15 hours, chances of fertilization is more. Okay, chances of fertilization is more. Now, so what about sperm, man? See, let me tell you. Okay, so sperm survives. Does anyone know? Please write in the chat box. Sperm survives for 72 hours. Okay, so sperm survives for how many hours? 72 hours. In which time this process is happening? In which time? I didn't understand your question, Karthik. See, ega fertilization के लिए ready हो रहा है सब कुछ. Okay, now sperm is inside the vagina. Okay, so when it gets inside vagina, so it has to travel. Okay, from cervix to uterus, then from uterus to the fallopian tube. Okay, actually this continues better. After uterus, it will pass to the fallopian tube. In the ampulla region, fertilization takes place. Okay, so when the sperm is present in the female reproductive system, at that time, this sperm can alive for 72 hours. Okay, 72 hours ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ sperm ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay, ಅದರದ್ದು ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಅದು ಒಂದು sperm ಇಂದು after it is ejaculated in the female body. Okay, so ಈ 72 hours ನಲ್ಲಿ first 48 hours. Okay, so first 48 hours ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, chances of fertilization is more. Okay, so 72 hours ನಲ್ಲಿ first 48 hours mein chances will be very more. Okay, now, so as you know, our sperm has to travel for a very long duration and for a very long space. Let me write this. From uterus, it will pass to the fallopian tube. Okay, then in fallopian tube there is a region called as ampulla. In ampulla, fertilization takes place. Okay, so now from the vagina to the ampulla of fallopian tube, the sperm has to travel nearly 30 centimeter of distance. This might also be asked. 30 centimeters of distance. Okay, this much distance has to cover. Yarige cover ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಮ್ಮ sperm cover ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Our sperm has to cover the distance from vagina to ampulla, that is nearly the 30 centimeters. Okay, so after that you need to read one more thing. Okay, so what are the hurdles or the problems faced by the this one sperm? Okay, so sperm has to why? What kind of problems, ma'am? That we are going to discuss now. Okay, what exactly are the problems that is suffered by the sperm, our beloved sperm? Okay, so the first thing is nearly among 100% of sperm. Iga ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಈಗ 1 ml of ejaculation ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? Okay, 80 to 120 million sperms ಇದೆ. ಆ 80 to 120 million sperms ನಲ್ಲಿ nearly 20% of the sperms are defected. Okay, the sperms are defected. Yes, madam. See, without sperm, the possibility of fertilization is not, okay, it's not possible. Okay, so that's why. Both of them are beloved. Okay, our egg is also beloved, sperm is also. So 20% of sperms will be usually defected. Ma'am, defected ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಿಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಾ? ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಿಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಕೆಲವೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ತಲೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ತಲೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬಾಡಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಾಡಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಟೇಲ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಟೇಲ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ರೋಸೋಮ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಆಕ್ರೋಸೋಮ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೇನೋ ಇರಲ್ಲ. So any kind of defection will be there. So apart from that, okay, so apart from that Indian problem, exactly Jayashri, exactly acidic pH. Okay, why acidic pH? You know, right? In vagina, because of the bacterium called as lactobacilli, which releases the lactic acid. Because of that, the pH in the vagina and in the female tract, okay, in the female reproductive tract, the pH is very acidic. But you know, our sperm is sensitive to heat. Okay, sperm sensitive to heat ಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಾನೇ ಸ್ಕ್ರಾಟಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು, ಆ ಸ್ಕ್ರಾಟಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟೋಜೆನೆಸಿಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಅಸಿಡಿಕ್ pH ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೆನಿ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡೈ ಹಿಯರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಮೆನಿ ವಿಲ್ ಡೈ. ವೈ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅಸಿಡಿಕ್ pH. ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು ಇನ್ನೇನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಗಲ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Phagocytosis, ಈಗ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, there will be WBC cells, white blood corpuscles, which have the phagocytes. Okay, so ಅದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, phagocytes engulf ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so phagocytes will do what? They will engulf the sperm. ಯಾಕೆ engulf ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್? See, in female body, sperm is a foreign substance, ಅಲ್ವಾ? So female body ನಲ್ಲಿ female sperm produce ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, that was a different case. Okay, so whatever WBC thinks, oh, sperm is a foreign particle, this has to be finished. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, phagocytes ಮತ್ತೆ macrophages, antibodies ಏನೇನಿದೆ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಫೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಕಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ. Okay, so sperm will be act as the foreign body, ಅದನ್ನ ಅದು engulf ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so here what happens, engulf ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನುಗ್ಬಿಡೋದು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ engulf of sperm, so that leads to again death of many sperms. Okay, so ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ sperm ಸಾಯತ್ತೆ. ಇದಲ್ಲದೆ ಇನ್ನೇನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, phagocytes means, Akshay, I will explain you that when I'm explaining about the immunology. Okay, so see, in WBC there are many kind of cells present. Okay, macrophages. Okay, there will be called as phagocytes, there will be called as what is that, null cells. So बहुत सारे cells आते हैं बेटा, they are related with the immunology. Okay, immune system को वो highlight करते हैं बेटा. See, your body is always more prone and is susceptible for the infections. Why? Because in the air there will be many microorganisms, bacteria will be there. So they will be keep on entering. When they enter, these are the immunological components like phagocytes. They will engulf. See, to be precise, on the phagocyte ಇದರ cell ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ phagocyte ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ನ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದನ್ನ engulf ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, it will get digest. Okay, phagocyte. Okay, Akshay, so this is phagocyte. Now, what are the other things? The sperm doesn't carry any nutrient. Okay, so sperm, you know, right? Our egg carries so much of reserve material, so much of organelles. So many things are there in the egg, but in the sperm, no nutrients are present. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು? Only from the fructose. ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಸೆಮೈನಲ್ ವೆಸಿಕಲ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರೋಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಕಾರ್ಪಸ್ ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರುಕ್ಟೋಸ್, ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಸಿಯಂ, ಸೊ ಅದೇನೇನೋ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಫ್ರುಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಅದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಟ್ರಾವೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಫ್ರುಕ್ಟೋಸ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎನರ್ಜಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ವಿಮ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದ್ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೋ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್? ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಡೆತ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಡೆತ್ of most of sperms by capacitation. Most of the sperms by capacitation. So what is capacitation? We are going to see that in the next slide. By capacitation. ನೋಡಿ, capacitation ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಅದೊಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ process, like a training process. ಈಗ ನಮ್ sperm is a ಸಿಪಾಹಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಮಿಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎಗ್ ಜೊತೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಮಿಷನ್ ನ ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೀದಾ ಹೋಗಿ ನಾನು ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಯುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಗುಡ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್. ಸೊ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ನ ಅದು ವಿಥೆಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬದುಕಿದ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡೈ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಗರಸ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ನಮ್ ಕೈಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ? ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಮೆನಿ ವಿಲ್ ಡೈ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದು ನಾನು ಎಪಿಡಿಡೈಮಸ್ ಕೂರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಯ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಡೂ ಆರ್ ಡೈ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ did I leave any point here? Okay, that's all. So these are the points that you need to remember about the fertilization. So now, so what is capacitation, ma'am? So see, capacitation, I told you, it is the process or the process of making sperm able to fertilize. So idu training tagonta ide. So training, vigorous training nalli enen agutte. So what are the things that you need to remember? They are like bulbs, miss. What kind of bulbs? I didn't get, Chandana. Array, I need to change the color. Okay. So sperm are like bulbs. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, what happens? Capacitation happens for nearly 6 to 7 hours. Nodi, nan yen helde sperm when it enters into the female tract, so it will be alive for about 72 days. Okay. So among those 72 days, the first 6 to 7 hours, array nan days sorry, hours. Okay, hours. Okay, so among that first 6 to 7 hours, the training will happen. So that is capacitation. Okay, so what happens here? Okay, so idi layer idella nimge kaanta ide alva. So this is the sperm which was in the epididymis. Okay, so this is the epididymal sperm and this is the ejaculated sperm. Okay, so ee ejaculated sperm iga ellide idu female tract nalli present ide. So iga ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? So here there will be a layer. Okay, so there will be a layer of cholesterol. So that is removed. Okay. Cholesterol layer is removed. Okay, so that will be removed. So other than that, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ influx of calcium ions ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. I'll tell you, just have the patience. Influx of calcium ions. Okay, so calcium ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ 2+ ಅಂತಾನು ಬರಿಬೇಕಾ? Although we are not chemistry people, but still we have to keep in mind. Okay, so ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ ಬೇಟಾ. So ಈ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪರ್ಮಿನ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಲೇಯರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so E layer is actually a glycoprotein layer, or you can say it is a cholesterol layer. Okay, so E layer idre ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದ್ರ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ರಿಸೆಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಯೂಶಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಸೆಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್. Okay, so ಈ ರಿಸೆಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಫ್ರೀ ಇರಬೇಕು, ವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. Why? Because these are the actual receptors. They will go and bind to the egg to make some further fertilization process. Okay, so ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸೆಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಕೊಲೆಸ್ಟ್ರಾಲ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ತುಂಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಕೊಲೆಸ್ಟ್ರಾಲ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ತುಂಬಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇದು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು. So first what is happening, cholesterol layer is removed. How it is removed? Actually, okay, so inside the uterus there will be few albumin cells. Okay, so iga idanna albumin cell anta ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So albumin cell ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇದು cholesterol cell ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನ ತಕೊಂಡು ಸೈಡ್ ಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so initially this albumin comes and attach. So ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, albumin ಇದೆ, ಇದ್ರ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಈ ತರ cells ಇದೆ. So what are these? These are cholesterol cells. ಇದು cholesterol cells ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So this albumin and cholesterol has some affinity. Okay, so let me write here, albumin attracts the cholesterol particle, attracts cholesterol and removes, attract cholesterol it is removed. So remove ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? Now what is happening here? Here our sperm has exposed receptors. Okay, our sperm has exposed receptors. So these receptors will get attached with the ovum. ಆವಾಗ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಹೇಗೆ ಏನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, so influx of calcium ions ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ inside the sperm calcium ions ಇಂದು entry ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so that is the two things are happening. Okay, other than that, one important thing happening, that is hyperactivity. So ಈಗ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, sperm is inside the vagina and it is traveling. So it is slowly moving. Okay, like rhythmic dance tara slowly move ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. But what we want it happen to be very fast. Okay, so ನೋಡಿ, ನೀವು ನೋಡಿ army people ಹೇಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, they are very active. So something like that. Here hyperactivity is done. Okay, so hyperactivity of sperm. Okay, so hyperactivity of sperm is done. So what exactly happens in hyperactivity, ma'am? See, ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so motility changes ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so motility changes. Moment. Okay, motility changes. So what exactly happens? ಸೊ ಹೆಡ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಈ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಇಂದ ಹೆಡ್ ಇದು ಸ್ವಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ತರ ಬೇಗ ಬೇಗ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಸ್ವಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೆಡ್, swinging movement of head. Other than that, what happens here? The whiplash movement. Andre ಏನು ಈಗ tail ಇದೆ ತಾನೆ, this one flagella. So if flagella is going to be whip like this, ಇದು ಮುಂಚೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಿಂಗೆ whip ಮಾಡ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಈಗ hyper activity ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಪಕ್ 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 ಪಕ್. Okay, so like this it is moving. So this is whiplash movement. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, whipping of the tail. Okay, so you can write here. So ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಶೇಕ್ ಆಗೋದು. ಸೊ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೇಗ ಬೇಗ ಮೂವ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಬೇಗ ಬೇಗ ಸ್ವಿಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಿಪ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೇಲ್ ಆರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಫ್ಲಾಜೆಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೊಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಮೊಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್. Okay, so these are the things that you need to remember about the capacitation. Okay, ನೋಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಾನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ, ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮಚ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ನೋ. ಇಷ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, so what is happening here? So usually capacitation is done when the sperm enters in the female tract within the 6 to 7 of hours. Okay, so what is happening? Cholesterol layer or you can say glycoprotein layer is removed. At that time receptors are getting exposed. Okay, receptors of sperm expose ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ influx of calcium ions ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆನಲ್ಲಿ motility changes. Okay, so the movement of the sperms get hyperactive. Okay, the head will start to swing continuously and the tail will do the whiplash movement so that the sperm will travel very fast. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಏನು 5 km/h ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ 50 km/h ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಆ ತರ ತಗೋಬಿಡಿ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. Okay, Karthik, that I will tell in the upcoming process. Upcoming slides nalli ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ what gets them to move in the particular direction. I will come that yaar ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತೇ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ. Okay, so after capacitation, now we are going to understand the process. Okay, so somebody asked me here how, Mohan asked me, okay, how ma'am, how will sperm come to know that in which direction it has to go? Okay, because when it has entered inside the cervix, there is a uterus and then it has to go to the fallopian tube. So there are millions of sperms, adike ellu hogbeku anta gottagtilla. Okay, so at that time what happens, there will be a release. Okay, so something will be released out of the oocyte, and exactly at what speed it travels in female. Nishant, exactly what speed anta ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ better, that varies from sperm to sperm. Okay, sperm to sperm ಇಲ್ಲಿ vary ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. I will look into it, Nishant. Okay, so you are asking me exact speed. I don't know that exact speed. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. Okay, so now what happens? So what? 5 mm per minute approximately. Okay, Jayashree is saying 5 mm per minute. Okay, Jayashree, are you sure? I will write here. Prithvi, only you are the person who is saying my voice is breaking, beta. My voice is perfectly audible. Okay, there might be a network issue from your side. Okay, yes, now I remember. You are very correct, Jayashree. It's 5 mm per minute approximately. Yes, yes. Okay, so now chemoattraction happens what? So yahan pe there will be a release of an pigment or you can say a substance from the oocyte. Okay, Why nobody has muted? Okay. So what is this? That is called fertilizing. Okay, so fertilizing is the component that is released. Okay, so released from oocyte. Okay, so which will give the direction for the sperms. Okay, so ಈ fertilizing ಗೆ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಆಂಟಿ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸಿಂಗ್. Okay, so there is another component. Anti-fertilizing. ಸೊ ಈ ಆಂಟಿ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಹುಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ oocyte, ಆಂಟಿ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ದೇ come to the contact, then it will give the direction actually to the sperm. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಂಟಿ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆನ್ ದ ಕಾಂಟ್ರರಿ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಅದು ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಓಕೆ, ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ತು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಫಾರ್ ದ oocyte. Okay, so this is the tracking. Okay, the fertilization, fertilizing ಏನ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ oocyte ಇಂದ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಅದು ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so because of this only, let me write here. Okay, so fertilization is the species specific. Because of this fertilizing and anti-fertilizing, fertilization is species specific. That means the copulation can happen between a horse and a human. Just for example, I'm taking between a horse or a human, or a donkey or a human. Okay, but copulation is possible, but fertilization is not possible. Why? Because that sperm of the horse will have some other component, and our egg has fertilizing, so they cannot come in contact, they cannot get in connection. So connection ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ sperm ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. So eventually it will be phagocytosed. Okay, so ಈ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So this is chemo attraction of sperm towards the oocyte. Okay, so now we are entering to understand a very important process. So capacitation ಆಯ್ತು ಅಪ್ಪ. I want your complete attention, beta. I want everyone's complete attention. I don't want anyone to divert your mind. Now what happens? So capacitation is done. Okay, num sperm agide, sexual intercourse agide, sperm vagina inda cervix bantu, cervix inda uterus, and then from the uterus to fallopian tube it has to go. So either ದಾರಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿಂದ, ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಇಂದ. ಈಗ it is near the secondary oocyte, who our sperm. So now sperm has to penetrate inside. Okay, so let me write a diagram of the sperm. I hope you remember, right? So this is corona radiata. Okay, so this is zona pellucida. So inside zona pellucida there is a space. Can anybody tell me what is that space called? Yes, can anybody tell me what is that space? That space is called as perivitelline space. Very good, very good. Perivitelline space. Okay, so that is perivitelline space. So inside perivitelline space there is another membrane called as what? So this membrane is actually called as vitelline membrane or plasma membrane. Okay, so this is the very good Kirtana, plasma membrane. So inside the plasma membrane there is oolemma. Okay, oolemma irutte, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ನಮ್ಮ nucleus irutte. So inside which there is the plenty of things. So this is our egg. Okay, the mature, not exactly egg, it's a secondary oocyte. So now, first what happens? The sperm is near now. Either here there is a sperm. Okay, so it has to enter inside. So first thing what it will do, the first thing that it does is releasing the enzymes, or you can say some secretions out of the acrosome. Okay, so I hope you know what is acrosome, beta. You have studied the structure of sperm, right? So acrosome is actually the modification of lysosome. Okay, it is the modification of lysosome. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Okay, so here what happens? Yeah, exactly, Cheshri. It is like a giant lysosome. It is going to release some secretions. Okay, so what are those secretions? So first ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಇದು? First ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಒಂದು enzyme release ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತಾರೆ? hyaluronidase. Okay, so why, ma'am, why this hormone is released? Because in this corona radiata there are many granulosa cells present, alva. So between these granulosa cells there is a attraction. Okay, so let me write here, between the granulosa cells ಒಂದು attraction ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So that attraction is actually done by the hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid ಇಂದ ಅದು ಒಂದು attraction ಇರುತ್ತೆ between two granulosa cells. Sorry, what is that? Granulosa cells. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ನ ಮೊದಲು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ನ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ enzyme released by the acrosome is hyaluronidase. Okay, then which is the second enzyme, ma'am? So second enzyme is corona penetrating enzyme. Okay, so the second enzyme is corona penetrating enzyme. So in short, you can call it as CPE. Okay, in short, you can call it as CPE. Okay, so E enzyme release ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So this enzyme will actually act on the entire corona radiata section and it will reaches up to the zona pallidum. Okay, so ಇದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತು? corona radiata ನ push ಮಾಡಿ drill ಮಾಡ್ತಾ. You can say this our sperm will drill. Okay, with its head it drills ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ head ಇಂದ drill ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So first ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತು? There is a hyaluronic acid attraction between the granulosa cells, ಅದನ್ನ break ಮಾಡ್ತು by releasing an enzyme hyaluronidase. Then it releases the penetrating enzyme. So corona radiata ನ penetrate ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನುಗ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈಗ zona pallida ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದಿದೆ. Okay, so now it is near the zona pallida. Now what happens? Let me write this diagram here. So first this sperm, ಈ sperm ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, so it is now near the zona pallida. So ಇದನ್ನ zona pallida is very clear. So ಇದನ್ನ ಅದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? dissolve ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ digest ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ it has to release an enzyme. Okay, so that enzyme is actually called as lysine. Okay, so zona pallida na lyse ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ digest ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ there is an enzyme called as zona lysine, also called as acrosin. ಈ acrosin NEET examiners ಇದಾವಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ತುಂಬಾ favorite. Okay, this is most probable area for asking questions about acrosin, zona lysine, acrosin. Okay, so ಈ enzyme ನ release ಮಾಡಿ zona pallida ನ ಅದು ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನುಗ್ಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಆಗೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ, yes Akshay, yes, cumulus oophorus is the one which is actually corona radiata. I had told you this when I explained about the, so the structure. Very good. Okay, so now I'm going to draw one diagram here. ಒಂದು diagram ನ explain ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. Okay, just take it down. ಸೊ zona pallida ನ ಅಷ್ಟು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಪೆನೆಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Okay, so ಹೌದು ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ zona pallida can be digested by an enzyme called as acrosin or zona lysine. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನುಗ್ಗಬಹುದು. ಬಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಏನೇನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, let us see that here. Okay, ma'am, yes, in this enzyme CP name sperm sheet. I didn't understand your question, Varun. Otherwise, see, I won't be taking any questions now. I will explain completely. Then at the last, I will take, because usually what happens, if questions in a time, then my syllabus mundhogta illa nane last kodhirodu. Okay, so just listen to me now. Okay, so this is what this layer is actually zona pallidum layer. Okay, so this layer nalli ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೆರಿವಿಟಲೈನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಜೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಜೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಟಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೊರೋನಾ ರೇಡಿಯೇಟಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕೊರೋನಾ ರೇಡಿಯೇಟಾ. ಈಗ ಅವರ್ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ನಿಯರ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಹತ್ರ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯುನೋ, ಓಕೆ, ಟು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ದ ಪಾಲಿಸ್ಪರ್ಮಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾಲಿಸ್ಪರ್ಮಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಬಂದು ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು. Okay, if there are many sperms entering, then it is called as polyspermy. What we want monospermy, only one sperm to come and enter inside the egg. Okay, so this sperm will come near the zona pallidum now. So idu bandaga yenagatte, illi ondistu protein particles irutte. Okay, so idondu layer anta helidre, illi yenagatte, illi hige like this and this. So like this, there are actually a one protein present. So that protein is called as ZP3 protein. Okay, so idu protein ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, this is ZP3 protein. So this sperm will actually come and attach with this ZP protein. Okay, so ಇದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಮ sperm ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ನಿಯರ್ ದ ZP ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್, ZP3 ನೋಡಿ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ZP ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ನೀವು 2-3 ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಡ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೀಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಗೆ ಬೇಡ. ಓಕೆ, ZP ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಝೋನಾ ಪ್ಯಾಲಿಸಿಡಾ ಮೇಲೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಝೋನಾ ಪ್ಯಾಲಿಸಿಡಾ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ರಿಸೆಪ್ಟರ್ ಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಕೊಲೆಸ್ಟ್ರಾಲ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ರಿಸೆಪ್ಟಾರ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ರಿಸೆಪ್ಟಾರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ZP ಮೇಲೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ರೆಸೆಪ್ಟಾರಿಗೆ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ZP3 proteins are actually recognized by the sperm and they come and attach here. Now ಈ sperm ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಹೀಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so this is like the binding. First ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. Okay, so first ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, binding. I will write here, binding of sperm on zona pellucida 3 protein. Okay, so zona pellucida 3 protein ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಬೈಂಡ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇನ್ ದ ಪೆರಿವಿಟಲೈನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಪೊಲಾರಿಟಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೊಲಾರಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪೋಲಾರ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ಸೊ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಹೀಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ once this sperms comes and attaches with the ZP protein, here polarity changes. Polarity ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಇದು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಬಿಡಿಸಿದೀನಲ್ಲ, these are actually channels. Okay, these are channels. Okay, so initially ಈ ಚಾನಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, ಇದು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ sperm ಬಂದು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, this channels will open. Okay, I will write here, as sperm attaches, the channels will open. Allow the sodium ions inside. ನೋಡಿ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಅರೆ ಮೈ ಪೆನ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಇರಿಟೇಟಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒನ್ಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಝೋನಾ ಪ್ಯಾಲುಸಿಡಾ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನು, ಅದೊಂದು ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ರಿಸೆಪ್ಟರ್ ಇದೆ, ದಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ರಿಸೆಪ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ZP3. ZP3 ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ರಿಸೆಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಇನ್ ದ ಝೋನಾ ಪ್ಯಾಲುಸಿಡಾ. ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಈ ಚಾನಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ದೇ ಓಪನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅರೆ ನಾನು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಬರ್ದ್ನಾ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಗೈಸ್. So this polarity is actually inverse. ನಾನು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಬರ್ದೆ. So usually ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Why? Because the sodium ions are present. Initially ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So as the channels open, this sodium ions will get enter inside the perivitaline space. Okay, so sodium ions will get enter here. ಸೊ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಚಾನಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್. ವೈ? ಯಾಕೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಯ್ತು? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೌ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೌ inside the perivitaline space. Okay, so because of the sodium ions. So by this changing in the polarity, okay, what happens, there will be a block for the polyspermy. So this is actually called as depolarization. Let me change the color. ನೋಡಿ, ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಅನ್ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿ is there, Vedantu is there, Baiju is there, ಇನ್ನು several ಇದೆ. They will tell you just depolarization. ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ, so when you're talking about the penetration or acrosome reaction, they will only tell you polarization. How exactly polarization happens, many of the people don't say it. I took the risk to explain you. Okay, so if you didn't understand, I'll explain it once again, just a revision. Okay, so here what happens, depolarization happens. So depolarization andre ಏನು ma'am? Depolarization andre change in the permeability. Okay, change in the membrane permeability. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, potential change ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Let me write here. So this helps in the change in membrane potential. So when the membrane potential changes of the zona pellucida, so ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇರೆ sperms ಗೆ ಅದು allow ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಒಳಗಡೆ. Okay, so this is actually the first block of polyspermy. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಎರಡಿದೆ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾಲಿಸ್ಪರ್ಮಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. 2 types ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಲೋ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್. Okay, so fast block happens by this method of depolarization. Okay, so I told you initially what happens, the sperm is now penetrating by releasing the acrosomal enzymes. The first enzyme is hyaluronidase, then corona penetrating enzyme. So ಇದೆಲ್ಲ enzyme release ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ it will get the zona pellucida. So as the sperm enters into the zona pellucida, it will attach itself with the ZP3 protein receptor present on the zona pellucida. As it binds, the channels present in the zona pellucida will open so that the sodium ions present outside the zona pellucida will all enter into the perivitaline space. So ಯಾವಾಗ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಝೋನಾ ಪ್ಯಾಲುಸಿಡಾದು ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪೋಲರೈಸೇಷನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಪೋಲರೈಸೇಷನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಅದು ಫೇವರೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ನೋಡಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು, ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಗ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಗೆ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಇವೆನ್ಚುಯಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಒನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದು ಆಫ್ಟರ್, ಸೊ ಇದು ಬಿಫೋರ್. Okay, so you can look at the polarization. Initially plus ions ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು polarization ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬಂತು. ಯಾಕೆ? Because many sodium ions will get entered in the perivitaline space. Did you understand this? So this is how the zona pellucida is getting penetrated. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಡ್ರಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಡ್ರಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗಿ ಈಗ ಬಂತು. So now this sperm has crossed the zona pallidum. It is now entering in the perivitelline space. So zona pallidum ಅದು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರುವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, ಕೋನ್ ತರ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ಆ ಕೋನಿಗೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಕೋನ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಕೂಲೆಮ್ಮ ಕೋನ್ ಅಂತಾನು ಕೂಡ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಥ್ರೂ ದಟ್ ಕೋನ್ ಅದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ now where it is now sperm has entered into the perivitelline space. Okay, so this is the first block. So first block ಹೇಗಾಯ್ತು? By the polarization, depolarization of the zona pallidum membrane. Okay, changing in the membrane potential. Now sperm has, okay, now ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ sperm? Sperm reached the perivitelline space. Okay, so perivitelline space ಗೆ reach ಆಯ್ತು. So as soon as the sperm reaches the perivitelline space, okay, the egg will get activated. So ನಮ್ಮ egg ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಅದು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತಿತ್ತು ತಾನೆ, it was arrested in the metaphase 2 ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಮ್ಮ oocyte ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಮೆಟಾಫೇಸ್ 2 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಆ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಎಗ್ ನ ಇದು ಈಗ ವೇಕಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ? ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ದ ಕಲರ್. So what happens as sperm enters here? Okay, so it will release, okay, it will release some factor and it will turn on and turn off some factor. So ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? Sperm will turn off. Okay, turn off ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು factor called as MPF. Does anyone know this? MPF? Metaphase promoting factor. Nodi, I had told you, right, our secondary oocyte was arrested in the metaphase stage. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ? So there must be something responsible for the arresting. So what is responsible? Remember this MPF, metaphase promoting factor, is the one which is responsible for the oocyte to arrest in the metaphase 2 stage. Ega, as soon as the sperm enters, this sperm will turn off the MPF. Okay, turn off ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ನೀನು ಈಗ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಗು, ಈಗ ಇದು ಮಿಯೋಸಿಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಮಿಯೋಸಿಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆಫ್ ಈಸ್ MPF. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಟರ್ನ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಮಿಯೋಸಿಸ್ 2 ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆನ್ APC. ನೋಡಿ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನೀಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗಬಹುದು ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಬಟ್ ಯು ನೋ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. Okay, so what is APC? Anaphase promoting complex. Okay, anaphase promoting complex. So this is APC. So ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕು? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮೆಟಾಫೇಸ್ 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಈಗ ಅನಾಫೇಸ್ 2 ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ನಮ್ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ APC ಗೆ, so that it should complete its meiosis 2. So ಇದು ಟರ್ನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆನ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ what will happen? So after this, what will happen? Our oocyte, or you can say our secondary oocyte, which was halted, it completes its meiosis and it will give rise to the ooted or ovum. Okay, in other words, idondu amele innondu ಏನು? It will give the second polar body. It will give rise to the second polar body. Okay, so ನಮ್ಮ oocyte ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತು? It is completing its meiosis. Okay, it is completing its meiosis 2, which was arrested in the metaphase 2. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಪೋಲಾರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ಈ ಪೋಲಾರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಈ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪೋಲಾರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೆರಿವಿಟಲೈನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಯಾವ್ದೇ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ತೆಗ್ದಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಆರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪೋಲಾರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪೆರಿವಿಟಲೈನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಪೆರಿವಿಟಲೈನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಪೆರಿವಿಟಲೈನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಇದೇನು ಈಗ ಊಟಿಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಊಟಿಡ್ ನಾವು ರೆಡಿ ಫಾರ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್. ಈಗ ಈ ಊಟಿಡ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಡಿ ಟು ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಡಿ ಟು ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸ್. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರೆದ್ವಿ ನಾವು? ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಗ್. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಶನ್? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ನೋ there was a ಮೆಟಾಫೇಸ್ ಪ್ರಮೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಅದನ್ನ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ APC ನ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಆಮೇಲೆ the sperm what has entered, it will give the centriole. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು? centrioles provide ಆಯ್ತು from the sperm. ಸೊ ಆ centriole ಈ secondary oocyte ತಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ತನ್ನ meiosis 2 ನ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತು, so that it gives rise to the female gamete, that is ooted, and another polar body. That polar body will be traveling in the perivitellin space. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬಿದ್ದಿರೋದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದ್ದು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಡಿಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ yes Jayashree, actually there are two centrioles, like one is distal and another one is axial. Okay, so now it has completed its meiosis. Now this is ready for fertilization. Okay, ಈಗ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇನ್ನ ಇದು ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪಾರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಇನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? ಇನ್ನ ಪೆರಿವಿಟಲೈನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಇದು ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಈಗ? ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್. So how it will cross and what is going to happen, that we are seeing here. Okay, yes. So now you see, this is actually the last but second step. So first polyspermina now control madidvi. Again there is another polyspermy called as low block polyspermy. So here what happens? There are presence of cortical granules inside the plasma membrane. Nodi, I will write here. So this is actually the plasma membrane, or also called as vitelline membrane. Okay, so idu perivitelline space. Illinda illivarige enide, this is perivitelline space. This is zona pellucida. Iga namma sperm, where is this? Our sperm is inside the perivitelline space. Now this sperm has to penetrate this PM, plasma membrane, to get inside the oolemma ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ. ಯಾರು? ನಮ್ಮ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ooted. ಈಗ ooted ಅನ್ಬೇಕು, ಈಗ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ oocyte ಅನ್ನಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟೆಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ meiosis 2. Okay, now it is ooted or ovum. Okay, so now what happens? Okay, the sperm will give the calcium ions. ಯಾರೋ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಸಿಯಂ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲಕ್ಸ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ಆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಸಿಯಂ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲಕ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರೋದು. I don't know who asked that. Okay, at the time of capacitation, somebody asked me why calcium influx now. See, the calcium ions present in the sperms, they will indicate the granules, cortical granules present inside the plasma membrane. Okay, so ಇದು plasma membrane ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ cortical granules ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So ಯಾವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ sperm ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ through calcium, so this cortical granules will burst, or you can say they will get degranulated and releases its components outside. Okay, so it will release its components outside. So each components ಏನು release ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? So those components will actually form a very thick layer. Okay, so components formed out of the cortical granules will form the very thick layer. It in return hardens. Okay, it hardens the entire layer. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಇದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೆರಿವಿಟಲೈನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತುಂಬಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ cortical granules, and it will eventually fill up that place so that no sperm should come inside. Nodi, fast block ittu alva, adu temporary adu. Adu fast block, it will get weakened from the time. Okay, ಅದೊಂಥರ ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದೊಂದು ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಪಾಲಿಸ್ಪರ್ಮಿನ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಲೋ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ is actually the responsible one. Okay, slow block responsible. Okay, so what did I, okay, let me write here. So cortical granules. Okay, so our cortical granules release its content. Release its contents into perivitelline space. Okay, so okay, perivitelline space. So idrinda ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಈ process ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು term ಇದೆ, that is called as degranulation or also called as exocytosis or also called as exocytosis. Okay, here what happens, exocytosis means the cortical granules are releasing its components. Okay, that is releasing its components outside. So both the process are nothing but same. So idrinda ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, there will be many calcium ions. Okay, so idu ಏನು release ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಈ calcium ions ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು cortical granules, both of them come together. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ತಾನೆ, calcium will harden eventually. Okay, so idrinda ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, there will be a hardening of layer. Okay, I will write here. Hardening of zona pellucida. ಈಗ zona pellucida ಇಂದ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು zona pellucida ನ ಪಂಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. Okay, this is actually cone formation ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ದಲ್ವಾ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಒಳಗಿದೆ. So ಇದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, so this calcium components, all of them will get hardened here. Okay, zona pellucida ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೀಗೆ harden ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, so that no sperm should enter. Okay, so by this the polyspermy is blocked. Okay, this is in return also called as cortical reaction. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ cortical reaction ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay, so did you understand this? This calcium ions here, the main work is of calcium ions. Okay, so these calcium ions responsible in the hardening. Okay, so hard ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು responsible. So I hope this is clear to you. So ಇದು ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. So after that our sperm will get inside, not sperm exactly, the nucleus will get inside. That nucleus will now fuse with the our another nucleus of the ovum. Okay, so illi nodi, last step is actually called as syngamy. So this is syngamy. Here what happens, the pronucleus of the sperm and the egg fuses. Okay, so I will write here of the sperm and egg. ಈಗ egg ಅನ್ಬಹುದು, ಯಾಕೆ meiosis ಎಲ್ಲ complete ಆಗಿದೆ. So fusion. Okay, fusion of pronuclei of the sperm and egg. So this process is called as karyogamy. Nucleus means what? Karyo. Syngamy andru kuda ade. So this process is actually called as conception. Okay, so this process is actually called as conception. So you can look this diagram. Okay, so illi yen kaantide alva. So this is second polar body. So here what you are seeing in the perivitelline space. So this is a second polar body or also called as polocyte. So this is, one is the nucleus of sperm, another one is the nucleus of our egg. So eventually they will fuse to give rise to the zygote. So that zygote will be, I told you. Okay, so that zygote will be diploid. Okay, and it will undergo many cleavage divisions. Okay, so Karthik, this is actually this one. What is that? Electronic microscope ka photograph. Okay, photograph of the electronic microscope of our fertilizing egg, fertilizing ovum. Electronic microscope ka photo. Okay, So now I will explain this in a rotation. Ma'am, is after slow block the tail of the sperm will be detached? Yes, exactly, Mohan Kumar. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಈ process ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈ cortical reaction ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಈ process ನಲ್ಲಿ only only what is getting inside, only nucleus. Okay, only nucleus of sperm. Now it will get inside. Okay, so this nucleus will fuse now, is ready to fuse. So all other components, okay, all other components like tail, okay, the mid body, mid piece, everything will be retained outside. Okay, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಗಡೆನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Now you can look at this diagram. This is the overview of the fertilization process. Okay, so first try to understand the layers. Which are the layers? Okay. ಸೊ ಈ ಜೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಟಿನ ಮೇಲೆಗಡೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇದಿರತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಝೋನಾ ಪ್ಯಾಲಿಸಿಡಾ ಬರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಝೋನಾ ಪ್ಯಾಲಿಸಿಡಾ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯೋರ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಜೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಟಿಗೆ we can call it as zona pellucida. Actually this is zona pellucida only. So in zona pellucida what are there? There are receptors. Okay, so now, so this is the sperm which is getting in contact with the our what is that, egg, or you can say oocyte. So idra melgade enirutte, idra melgade there will be many granulosa cells. Here there will be many granulosa cells. Okay, so they will be there. So let me revise it once again for you. So from starting, revise madana. So what happened? The insemination happened. Okay, sexual intercourse, the release of sperms inside the vagina. So vagina in the, it will cross the cervix. From cervix, it will come to the uterus. In uterus, capacitation took place. What happened in capacitation? Removal of the cholesterol layer that makes the receptors visible, or you can say exposed. Okay, and the influx of calcium ions. Along with that, the sperm will get hyperactive, so that swimming movement is faster. Okay, after capacitation, there will be the penetration. Okay, so chemoattraction. Yeah, after capacitation, chemoattraction through a secretion called as fertilizing that is released from the oocyte. Sperms know from which direction we have to pass to get the oocyte. Okay, so fertilizing is giving the direction. Okay, that. Apart from that, the third step is penetration. So ಈಗ sperm ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಏನು secondary oocyte ಇದ್ದು. So ಈಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? Penetrate ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ our acrosome is releasing few hydrolytic enzymes. So which are those hydrolytic enzymes? So hyaluronidase, okay, hyaluronidase and corona penetrating enzyme, and then zona lysine or acrosine. So all three enzymes are released from the acrosome. See, this is the acrosome. So this acrosome is releasing the components. So this component is now degrading. Okay, so first ಏನಾಯ್ತು, hyaluronidase ಎರಡು ಗ್ರಾನುಲೋಸಾ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯದ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತು. ಆಮೇಲೆ corona penetrating enzyme is penetrating this. Now it reaches to the zona pellucida. Okay, after reaching the zona pellucida, it will bind. Okay, so first it will bind. So let me tell you, ಇಲ್ಲಿ initially ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, so consider this as a ZP3 protein. So ಈ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಒಂದು ZP3 protein ಇತ್ತು. ಆ protein ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ sperm ಬಂದು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆದ ಮೇಲೆ depolarization happened. Okay, so depolarization ಆಯ್ತು. What happened? The sodium ions present outside are actually getting inside by the opening of the channels. Okay, so illinda sodium ions ಏನಾಯ್ತು, so they get entered into the perivitelline space. Okay, so they get entered into the, this is vitelline space. Okay, so this is actually the perivitelline space. Okay, so illi enter ಆಯ್ತು. So ಇದು enter ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು potential change ಆಯ್ತು, membrane potential. So that process is called as depolarization, which is actually the fast block of the polyspermy. Okay, polyspermy ಆಯ್ತು. So ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಈ zona pellucida ನ further layer ನ ಏನು ಡಿಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಮಾಡಿತ್ತು, enzyme acrosine or zona lysine. Okay, so acrosin release ಆಯ್ತು, attach ಆಯ್ತು, sodium ions got inside, so polarity changed, depolarization, fast block. Now, after this, what happens? After the fast block, activation of egg, or you can say activation has happened. So activation ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? First to centriole ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ nucleus is released out. Okay, so that centriole will come in contact. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು egg ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ centriole ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು it will finish off its meiosis 2. Okay, so it will finish off its meiosis 2. So that meiosis 2 na finish off ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ what is happening? Turning off of MPF. Okay, metaphase promoting factor and turning on of APC, anaphase promoting complex. Okay, so adella agi nama polar body ille ulkolutte. Okay, our polar body will be remaining in the perivitaline space only. Okay, so that is remaining in the perivitaline space. Okay, so now in the end, this is the nucleus. Okay, so this nucleus is getting inside. Okay, so this getting inside. So ಇದು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ last step ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು? Cortical reaction, right? So here what happens? This sperm, okay, so this sperm will release the calcium ions. Okay, so sperms release the calcium ions, so that by getting the signal from the calcium ions, these cortical granules present inside the plasma membrane, okay, which present inside the plasma membrane, they will start to degranulate. Okay, the burst ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ cytosis ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, cytosis ಆಗಿ ಅದ್ರ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋದು ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, so this is actually the hardened layer. So e layer ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ along with the zona pallida ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಆಗಿ, so this will actually block. Okay, this will actually block the further entry of the other sperms. Okay, so this is what happens. So ಈಗ ಈ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ, ಈ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ನ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so it will complete the fertilization process. Okay, so do you have any doubts here? Now ask me. So activation of oocyte nalli ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Our sperm will be near the perivitaline space only. At that time, it will complete its second meiosis. It will give rise to the one polar body and it will change into the oocyte. Karthik, it might take some time. Okay, it will take some time, Rita. Like it will take few hours. It will take few hours. Okay, so when actually the nucleus of sperm enters inside the secondary oocyte, not exactly secondary oocyte, now egg, it has become egg, ovum. So ಯಾವಾಗ egg ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ fusion ಆಗೋ time ನಲ್ಲಿ, at the time of syngamy, the sex of the baby is determined. Okay, sex of the baby is determined at what stage? At the time of syngamy. Okay, at the time of syngamy, the sex of the baby is actually determined. So what happens? So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ma'am? See, so these, you can look at the diagram here. No, Mohan Kumar. Calcium ions ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನೋ infertilization ತರ ಏನೋ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Okay, ನೋಡಿ calcium ions ನಮ್ಮ sperm release ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, for example, you take, if calcium ions are not enough, okay, then what happens? As soon as the sperm enters the perivitaline space, our egg will get activated and the calcium ions are entered in the perivitaline space, which are released from the endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಎಗ್ಗಿಂದು, ಅದರಿಂದ calcium ions release ಆಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Calcium ions ಅದು ಹೇಗಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿ fulfill ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. Calcium ions are the one which actually stimulate the cortical reactions. Sperm ಇಂದ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ endoplasmic reticulum ಇಂದ calcium release ಆಗಿ perivitaline space ಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. You don't worry about that. Okay, yes. So actually this you have already seen this in the 10th standard. Ma'am, doctors ಯಾವಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಮೇಲ ಫಿಮೇಲ? ನೋಡಿ, ಅದು actually illegal ಮಗ. We cannot predict. Nowadays it is illegal in the hospital. to predict the gender of the baby. Okay, so now usually what happens, the chromosomes present in the female. Okay, so this is the chromosome number. Okay, so this is the chromosome pattern in female, and this is in male. I wrote ulta. Ek minute. This is in females and this is in male. Okay, so now what happens? Okay, so this is the normal chromosome. Okay, this is the normal chromosome. So now this chromosome will become haploid. Okay, ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ meiosis ಆಗುತ್ತೆ when the spermatogenesis happen. When the spermatogenesis happen, at that time diploid spermatogonium will get converted into the sperm cells. Okay, so we'll get into the sperm cells. So here after the meiosis, so meiosis ella admele illi matte illi what we get the sperm cells and the ovum. Okay, so usually this ovum get both the XX. Andre XX is the character or can say chromosome pattern in the female. Not usually XX irutte, XY irutte in male. Okay, in male, and this is in female. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಗ್ಯಾಮೀಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಅಟ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೀಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಒಂದು ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ವೈ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ so this is actually referring to the 46 chromosomes. Now this has changed now. Why? Because these are gametes. So this is 23 in number, half of the chromosomes. Right? So half agide. Idon gamete aitu, idon gamete aitu. So two gametes are formed here. Okay. So these two gametes and the gametes from the male. So now what happened at the time of syngamy? Okay, at the time of syngamy, so usually X in the, I mean female in the X ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ female in the X ಬರೋದು. But actually the gender ಏನು ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, that is contributed by the father. Okay, so father ಇಂದಾನೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದು. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, let me write this. So ಇದರಿಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದರಿಂದ ಬಂದ್ರೆ, okay, so obviously female ಇಂದ ಅಂತೂ X chromosome ಬರೋದು. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ X ಬರುತ್ತೆ, X ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So what is this? This is the female baby. Okay, so X chromosome parent in the bandre, male parent in the bandre, then the baby is female. Then what happens? Okay, if X of the female and Y of the male, those chromosomes fuse to form a zygote anta helidre XY. So this will be the gender. What is the gender? This is the male gender. Okay, so this is the male gender. So this is female and this is male. Okay, then the 4 sperms produced in the male from one spermatogonium, 2 or X or Y. Exactly, Jayashri, exactly what you said is true. So yenagutte at the time of spermatogenesis, we get 4 spermatids or the sperm cells, right? So among them, 2 cells will carry, or 2 sperms will carry the X chromosome, and another 2 sperms will carry the Y chromosome. Okay, so the 50-50 percentage of the distribution of chromosome will be there. Probability is 50%. Okay, so 50% of X chromosome irutte, matte 50% of Y chromosome. So probability ee tara irutte. Okay, so what you said, Jayashri, is exactly true. Okay, so there is a question on the screen. Presence of XX and XY chromosome in zygote depends on the sperm carrying X chromosome fertilize the ovum, the sperm carrying Y chromosome fertilize the ovum, the sperm without any chromosome fertilize the ovum, the sperm carrying X or Y chromosome fertilize the ovum. Okay, so let me launch the poll for this question. This is very easy question, okay? Very straightforward question. See, if you read based on your NCERT, you will not understand this much depth. Okay, so the depth will be coming from the other sources, like you have to read other books, you have to watch few videos, okay, you have to, listen to the Avanti teachers, so you will get other information. But your NCERT has the only few details. Okay, ಆ detail ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಒಂಥರ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಅದು. ಸೊ ನಾವ್ ಏನ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಒಂದು ನಾವ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ we give the complete information. Okay, so let me stop this poll. The time is done. Okay, actually many people left. Usually there were many people in the beginning, nearly 60 people. I don't know, I think they felt difficult, or they didn't understand. I don't know what is the reason, but left agi hodu. Okay, so presence of XX or XY, okay, chromosomes in zygote depends. Nodi, idu zygote ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು. Okay, we are talking about zygote. So idu XX or XSY ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿಂದ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, the sperm carrying X chromosome fertilize the ovum. No, why? Because sperm not only carries X, it will also carry Y. So this is the wrong option. Then the sperm carrying Y chromosome fertilize the ovum. Similarly, bare Y iralla, X chromosome irutte. Okay, that is why this is also wrong option. The sperm without any chromosome, this is definitely wrong. So the chromosome illa andre XY chromosome zygote alli hege baruttappa alva. Then the sperm carrying X or Y chromosome fertilize the egg. Yake X or Y? Nodi iವರು ಕೂಡ X or Y ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, XY or XX. So here also you have to choose X and Y. So this was very easy one. Okay, so the answer for this question is D, guys. Okay, so I've launched the teacher NPS. Please make sure to give the feedback. And can you go YouTube live so that students who are facing network problem can watch it? I will go YouTube live also, Akshay. I think you don't know. From 3 to 4:30, I take class for you guys. Again, from 5 to 6:30, I take same thing in the another class. Matlab, for other batch. For batch 1, I take, and that batch 1 will go YouTube live. Adu YouTube live hogutte, Akshay. No, in your class I can't do, because it is the timetable given by your managers. We cannot change it. Okay, so if you have network issue, if you are facing, I will share my YouTube link. I will share my YouTube link, and even this uploading recorded videos ಏನು upload ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು upload ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ time ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತೆ. Okay, so I talked with my manager, so not just ours, everybody is the same situation. So until or unless they finish their uploading in the YouTube, what I can do, I can share my other YouTube links. ನಂದು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ತುಂಬಾ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಏನ್ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಇದೇ ನಾನು ಬೇರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಚಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಶೇರ್ ದೋಸ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಯು so that you can watch. Yes, Kriti. Yes, Jayashri. Okay, I got today low NPS. It's okay, it happens. See, the concept is like that. ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ನಾನು ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ವೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ I'll get good review. I mean good feedback. ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೊರ್ದಿ ಹೇಳ್ದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಟುಡೇ ಯು ಮೈಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಯು ಮೈಟ್ ಫೀಲ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬೋರಿಂಗ್. ಬಟ್ ಟುಮಾರೋ ವೆನ್ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅವತ್ತು ನೀವು ನೆನ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ತಲೆ ಕೆಡ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇಷ್ಟು ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ. ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಲೈವ್ ಇನ್ ಅದರ್ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅವರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್? No, beta, I can't do that, Akshay. I really can't do that. But you can join my YouTube class if you want. Okay, from 5 to 6:30, you can join there. No issues. Okay, guys, I'm ending my poll because I have again. I don't know what's the issue with this. It's not ending poll. Okay, guys, if you don't have any leaves, if you don't have any doubts, you can leave the class. Exactly, Mohan. God has created so many things, very micro and minute things, so we have to study them. Okay, so bye everyone. Take care. So if you have any further doubts, you can ask me tomorrow. Okay. So look, let me end the meeting then. Bye bye. Bye bye. Take care.